Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
What's going on, people? Family Tam here from level1gamer.com, and congratulations, you guys leveled up to 177. This is the Double XP podcast. I was right. Well, a lot of people are right, but I'm just so happy to say that I was blessed today to wake up to some clout tokens. Thank you, Corey Barlog, for the 3 clout tokens I had today. But I do want to say right here before I jump into the introductions because I promised I would give a bit of 15 minutes of fame. If you won't get 15 minutes, you will get 2. Okay. If you ever thought at any point that I was lying, ever thought at any point that I was fabricating, at any point thought that I was doing a wish list, you're fooling yourself and you're playing yourself. If you ever made a bet with me about these PlayStation games coming to PC and you said you would eat a hat, you would eat that hat today, sir, with no drink, with no sort of lubrication. It's going down your throat as rough as possible. You have to believe me when I say something. Because I don't say a lot of things, but when I do, and I say it over and over and over and over and over again, you need to listen. Granted, a lot of people said this thing, but I tell you specifically. This was the next one coming, and I'm ready to tell you the next one is coming as well because it's happening, it is here, and it's time. This is a great day for gamers. PC gamers, you get to explore and play these PlayStation games you never played before. You did not have a PlayStation, but you got a PC. You are winning. Now, so you're going to pay $40 for it, but listen, at the end of the day, you are playing these games, and don't worry. They saying I'm crazy, but eventually, you will get these games day and date because Sony's not going to sit here and realize they got $40 million in their pocket and say, you know what, we'll get that in 4 years. No, investors want that money now. They could go into introduction. Start with the man with the clamps. Citizen Snips.
What's going on, everybody? It's another wonderful Wednesday. I'm honestly almost speechless. I had to put on my Hugger shades. I had to join Hugger's world today. See the world through her tinted lenses. Because I'm absolutely blinded by the shining radiance of Famous Entertainment 10,000. I don't know if y'all knew he's upgraded to 10,000 now.
Yeah, 10K.
He's been making the rounds on all of the most prestigious podcasts. The man's now immortalized in a tweet from the greatest Corey Barlog himself.
The greatest Corey ever, by the way.
I'm lucky to be in the room, and I'm glad I get to stand in this man's shadow. Okay, as he continues to just get more and more famous and live up to that name, man. It's a beautiful day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Next up, if your DMs are full and your emails need more space, probably because the communication director level 1 game is trying to get a hold of you, baby, answer them DMs. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
Oh man, after that great announcement, I have nothing to say other than, Fame is on a world tour with Muhammad, my man. And
he's never placed with the mic in his hand. You got to keep.
Bro, it's crazy. Like Corey Bar, I'm not downplaying nothing about this year, about my year with Level 1 Gaming. I'm not downplaying a part of it. I mean, whether it's Unlocked, whether it's McCaffrey being on, whether it's Big Bag Nick being in the house today, like it does. We not downplaying nothing, and everything's up. That's a great Cardi B would say.
I'm all the way up. Next up, my right hand was my sister from another mister. The Floor Hugger. What's going on, sis?
What's going on, y'all? As always, let Mama Hugger know if the audio is okay. And I mean, people gotta stop doubting Fame, because what was the Cuphead thing you tweeted or wrote an article about all those years ago that came true or whatever?
It was the matter of fact, it was Scott Pilgrim.
And there was another Cuphead thing though too.
And I was laughed off of the internet, and I was told by other sites that I can't talk about this because it's full of crap. And I told you it was getting released, and people said I was crazy. And a year and a half, 2 years later, it came back, like I said, because I put the pieces together.
But Fame has been on it, and he's been pretty good. And somebody out there that may be listening or may have been flabbergasted by today's news, I hope you enjoy your hat. I hope, as Fame said, with no pause, it's rough and it's dry going your throat. Down. Oh, I love y'all. And I'm glad Nick is here for this.
Last but not least, I've known this man for a very, very long time. We go way back, like he said, back when he didn't even have a beard. And now he has this glorious thing underneath his chin, which is awesome. The writer and editor at lognet.com. Nick, what's going on, brother?
Oh, just hanging out, enjoying watching you have your comeuppance. This has been the year of comeuppance, and there's been so many great people that I've had the pleasure of knowing over the past few years that have really gotten their shine this year, and to see you get yours is nice. It's very
Thanks,
nice.
man.
Aw.
Thanks, man. So for the folks that do not know, Nick, please tell us about yourself and where people can find you and where they can find your work and how you got into the work. Because I mean, you one of the people to where when I see that you wrote it, I'm reading it. I don't care what the topic is about because that's how much of I respect your art in writing because you are great at what you do. So tell people about you and how you got into writing at the Onlords.
Absolutely. I've been doing this thing for a long time. I've had the pleasure of working with a lot of different people, Fame being one of them. And shout out to Fame and Ivan particularly, because I didn't even start podcasting until these two were like, "Hey, you should come do podcasting. It's fun." I'm like, "No, I ain't doing that." And they went, sorry, it's happening." And I've had a lot of great opportunities because of that, and writing has been something I dove into very much against my will. Back in 2016 with Tick, they're like, "You're writing the games with gold now." I'm like, no, I'm not." They're like, "Nope. See, you have a WordPress article that you have to write." I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Okay.
And yeah, it's been like that ever since. Cranked out over 1,000 pieces in my time at Tick. Closing in at 500 with Lognet, and Lognet has grown. We're at like 700% year over year for our website, and it continues to grow month after month. And I cannot say how proud I am of our diverse team of incredibly talented individuals from all the way from Bahrain to Poland to even South America. We have people from all over the world, and really proud of that team and the things we accomplish on a regular basis.
Yep.
That's not really much about myself, but I'm more of a team player than I am an individual.
Yeah.
So,
I love the team over there, Lognet. Well, you know how certain like TV stations have like sister stations. I've always looked at them as you guys as a sister station because everyone over there has always been someone I can go to. Even to this day, COG, we had open communications. I can go over there anytime and ask them questions about certain things. And of course, you guys may know Dizzy used to be on this podcast, and he went over to and did help create the Onlords and Log.net. And we had an open communication. He helped me out a lot, get things going level 1. So I will always have the utmost respect and love for everyone over there at Lognet. I've never seen you guys as competition, but as a goal for us at level 1 to reach. I see you guys doing amazing things. I'm like, that's what I inspire to be. So shout out to you and everyone over there at Lognet. Website popping. The Onlords podcast, of course, is popping. You guys do great things, man. So shout out to y'all, man, for real.
And Fame. It's the Ada King himself. Alex is in the chat with the Futa gang.
Sus Gang is in the building. I'm surprised Steph ain't here yet. But Sus Gang is in the building. Guys, let's be fair. We got to jump into the first topic. If you missed my initial rant, you can always rewind and go back. But that's where we're going to start the topics off today. Because, of course, like you were told, and as I tweeted, and as I said numerous of times, okay, that God of War was next. God of War was coming to PC. Okay, the definitive version, the best version, the best way you can play it. You gotta put that D again, right? 'Cause I want the people to be upset today. I want you to be mad. I want you to cry just a little bit because I told you, and you told me I was crazy, and you said it was wishful thinking. I do want to start with our guest today, Nick. I want to know your thoughts on the impact of this title coming to PC right. Well, I guess not right before. It is right before the same year that Ragnarok releases.
a whole slate, baby. A whole slate. It's just the beginning. It's the beginning, and day and date is coming. I see everyone batting down the hatches and going, "It's a game from 2018. This doesn't mean anything." The PC version of God of War dropping a week after Jim Ryan talks about being frustrated with not being able to reach hundreds of millions of players. I don't know how else to tell you guys. The writing's on the wall. That PC and PlayStation are one and the same. And trust me, it's fine. Everything will be okay. Your games will still be amazing. You'll have a great time. And a whole group of people get to experience God of War, and there'll be mods in God of War, and I cannot wait to see what that's going to look like.
I can't wait until Atreus is Baby Yoda.
Oh.
Like it's gonna be
the first
amazing,
one.
dude. Whoa!
What?
I heard a mouse. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah. Baron is doing something weird over there. You see his face?
Baron, you being weird, dude.
He
Oh,
had
we
to
can't
look
even
up.
hear you.
He had to look up what Fuda Gang is.
Oh, don't do that on the podcast. Baron,
Did
you're
he
muted.
did he catch a virus live on the podcast? That's why we can't hear him. Okay,
Alex
so
did it.
I want to ask you, Snips. Is God of War still exclusive?
It is exclusive. Fame it is. It's exclusive to gamers. Is what it's exclusive to.
I like it.
On practically all platforms.
Mhm.
I mean, every time this discussion comes up about past exclusives, projected future exclusives, I have this same thought that I have to try and drive home to you guys. When it comes to games becoming available on other platforms, it's not altruism, okay? It's not Sony or these devs just opening up my heart and wanting to spread this game. It's about money. It's about money. And no company, I don't care who you are, when they look at, man, God of War hasn't sold, for PlayStation in a while because we pretty much saturated it. Everybody's got it already. How could we possibly make more money off of this really great game that we have? Make it available on another platform. And then millions of sales and millions of more dollars come to them. It's a no-brainer decision. I can't understand people who get upset about it or anything like that. Like I said before, the only time you could ever be upset is if they said, we're making God of War available on PC and we're revoking all copies of it on PlayStation. Like, it'll no longer work on the PlayStation.
That's how they
4.
act, though. That's how they're acting.
That's really how they act, but it's not like that. You can still play it on your Sony PlayStation. You can still play it on your PC. It's a win for anyone who enjoys playing video games. That's really all there is to it.
I do want to say two things. Number one, King Arthur's in the building. Thank you, King Arthur, because as you know, I have to read out your chat because the floor hugger is so fine.
What's up?
Shout out to King Arthur in the building. And I want to say Tryhard fan, it made a good point. It should be obvious about the money. God of War is an old game, but it released for $50, tons of double dipping. I think that's I do believe that the day and date is coming. But as of right now, the millions of copies you sold for 60, now you get to sell millions of even more for 50.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I can't remember if it's 49 or 39. Either way, it's the moment that word came out and you could click the pre-order button on Steam. There were no complaints about, I'm paying X dollars for this year old. No, it jumped to number one immediately because it's an extremely good game and people want to play it. So there's no downside to this. There really isn't.
Don't be shocked if, and people are going to say fame, wishful thinking again, don't be shocked if you find out that God of War sold more on PC than it did PlayStation. Because I'm telling you, the PC community is hammering for this game. But Hugger, you are a PC enthusiast. What do you think about this game no longer being exclusive, but now a console exclusive? And I'm sorry, yes, I'm going to put in my digs today.
Do it.
Snip said it best. It's exclusive to gamers. That's what it is. And for the people that, I think Wandering Dutch said it best, is you have a bias and a love for a plastic system that has no love for you, and the company has no love for you, so kind of get over it. And if you're one of those people that say, it's an old game, I bought day one Persona 4. And it was the top selling game for a very long time. So it's not about old games. It's, hey, we can play games on PC, and now we can have that water cooler talk, because I have God of War on PlayStation, haven't played it, and I'm not going to play it on PlayStation now because it's coming to PC. The definitive edition is going to look good, and I'm going to put Grogu in there, and I'm going to put Yoda in there, and it's going to be fun. I just want to have fun playing games. Will I play it this when it releases? Probably not. It'll probably take me another 5 years to get to it, but get over it, people. Come on.
Nick, you played on double dipping?
Oh man, I got a 3060 Ti that's just begging for this game, bro. like God of War is like my definitive game of the generation, and it was not if it was going to come to PC, it was when. And I full board the ultra wide support, the DualSense support on PC. That's the uncapped frame rate. God of War with uncapped frame rate. That I'm liking what The Rock's cooking.
I was waiting for somebody to mod it to where every time he says boy, he says girl.
Oh.
No. Let's put wagers down right now. How long before they sub out Atreus with an anime girl? How long?
Day one. Somebody's probably already working on it.
Already working on it. Yeah. Somebody's already working on it.
Spoiler alert. I won't be shocked if someone gives him like a full-blown, like the Loki that we know look.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Horns and all. But listen, his microphone is back B.
Oh, am I back? Am I
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Your thoughts on this former PlayStation exclusive now being a console exclusive? More digs, baby. Y'all gonna get this all night. So if you need a pad when you sit, this ain't the double XP for you because I'm doing these digs all night. I'm telling you, just being honest.
Lord. Look, first off, I just want to say it. From what I understand, Senor Demi is going to be eating a very, very, very dry hat.
Super dry.
Super dry, the driest we can find. We're gonna go to Lids, and we're gonna find what hat you have in the back. Yeah, the oldest one, the one that's in the back that's got the dust lines.
Don't take the dust off either.
Yeah, just no. I don't want to buy a hat brush. Give it here, but with this, honestly, like Snip said, this is a win for gamers. Like this is amazing. I'm excited to see what happens to this game in terms of the mods. That's what I'm most hype about. This is going to be dope as hell. He's going to be throwing any and every object in existence, and it's going to be getting called back to him. You're going to see Kratos with a freaking lightsaber and more. It's going to be ridiculous. Mm-hmm. And that's what I'm excited to see. Because let's be real, PC community keeps games alive.
Oh, yeah.
Game, like any game that if it's on Steam, there's somebody there making mods for it, and keeping it going and having a server up. So I'm excited to see how they max this out.
You know, Tryhard Fan, shout out to you, Tryhard Fan. You really in the chatting tonight, man. We appreciate you. He had a comment. I wouldn't be surprised at all if Spider-Man PS4 releases on PC around when Spider-Man 2 releases for PS5. What better way to get people hooked in, and maybe someone plays that game and decides, I don't want to wait 2 or 3 years to play this on PC. I gotta go get me a PS5. Mm-hmm. Brilliant, right? Yep. Another thing, comment he had, most people are happy about this news. I'm probably going to give my friend a copy of God of War on Steam. See, that's beautiful, man. Look at that's what it's about, man. People, and I'm gonna say this: most people are happy. Most people. But you guys know we have that minority. As a minority, I can say minority and I feel weird about it. There's a minority of people who are just really, really loud, and they're making this a negative thing. But at the end of the day, it's a dub.
More money will flow into your companies that will help them make the next game that you like. That's the thing. It's all about money.
If it ain't about the money. So I ran around the panel, free for all. Anybody got anything else about this God of War to PC? I know it's something we can go down a rabbit hole with the millions of other games that's coming, but I think we all kind of see this as the writing's on the wall, right? Because we all know that Ghost of Tsushima is next.
It has to be. Ghost of Tsushima on PC, it looks good already on PC. It's gonna look so good.
Wait. I'm gonna pitch you this one. So we know that Ghost of Tsushima is a shoe-in because in 2018 they were job listing for NVIDIA tech support on the Sucker Punch team. So we know that PC port is coming, and it's going to come in, and it's going to be so nice. But we have a Last of Us remaster coming in, and Naughty Dog has been hiring NVIDIA tech groups since 2018. So when that Factions drops on PlayStation and PC, and you see that Last of Us remastered on PlayStation and PC.
Ooh.
Remember that.
That.
I told people when they announce Factions, they're going to announce it as their first party game that's going day and date with console and PC. Mm-hmm. People said I was crazy. I'm like, no, it's going to be day and date with PC.
You want to know why that's going to happen? Look at you remember a few months back, PlayStation did that partnership with Discord that's supposed to come to fruition in 2022.
Yes.
Why would you need Discord on PlayStation unless you were going to cross-play one of your major titles?
Yep.
It's
Thank
weird.
you.
It's weird, right? Weird. So weird.
Almost.
Why go out and spend the money? Like, why? Why? What need would there be to spend that money? Like,
You know, lines
It's
and
happening,
whatnot.
and in fact, and we all know it's no secret. Sony says themselves that in the future we're going to see some of their multiplayer titles be day and date in PC.
Mm-hmm.
I think people glossed over that. That's a real thing. Go look it up. They're going to have some multiplayer titles that you're going to see day and date with PC. And I said all the time about factions, and people say, "Why y'all was bringing up PC when we mention factions?" Because it's going to be on PC day one. Day one.
Also, to note too, a lot of PlayStation's third-party exclusives are now day and date on PC. You look at Final Fantasy 16, I believe Forspoken's another one. A lot of their, third-party deals now include the PC market, and there is a reason for that.
It's no longer only on PlayStation. It's the reason why they got rid of that moniker. That's not fair anymore.
No.
Only on PlayStation is not a thing.
No.
They took it away. Oh, this is stuff companies do. No. Because there's no such thing as only on PlayStation. It's on PlayStation and PC. It's a console exclusive. And so delete your tweets, delete your videos when you talk about why you love Xbox, why you hate Xbox because they got games on PC. Delete them because you look stupid.
Let them keep them up, because if they wholeheartedly believe that is cool, and if we've had somebody on the podcast before, not gonna say their name, but he was very adamant against Game Pass, and then at the end of the show he's like, "Oh, well, Game Pass does more than I thought." Yeah, let them have those opinions, but let them also be open to education about what's actually going on. Let them be more than just this
Gamers,
game.
Open.
Not
Most of them dig their feet in the sand and refuse to move.
That's true. But the ones that are willing to listen should be educated in a nice way, not forcefully educated. Things happen. Companies don't care about you. That's the biggest thing. These companies don't give anything about you. So they're looking for their next bankroll. And most of the times, and Snips can probably agree with this, when you put a game on PC, the PC community will fix your game, fix a lot of the issues. Look at you, Skyrim. So...
You know what's awesome about this and sucks at the same time? Because now you're going to have a lot of people more interested in PC gaming, but the PC gaming is almost impossible to get into right now.
If you go for a pre-built system.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you want to go pay $4,000 for something that could have been built a couple of years ago for $1,000.
No, pre-built systems are not. They're not falling victim to the price hikes, man. It's frustrating, honestly.
Cheaper.
Yeah, I got a 3060.
I was just looking at it here. Hang on.
I got a 3060 Ti pre-built for $1,600 Canadian.
Yeah.
What?
And that's that's like $5 for you guys.
Yeah, exactly. No, I went through Newegg.
Because I've seen some people buying pre-builts just for the graphics card and taking the graphics card out and putting it to the rig.
Pre-built systems are really good nowadays. They're not what they used to be.
Oh, see, I need to catch up with the times. I'm an old man. I'm still one of those.
Well, that's what I was telling you. Get a pre-built.
For you.
Hang on, I'm looking it up right now. I was looking at this earlier because I was curious.
And then Menace Red Zone. I see some new names tonight, man. Y'all are freaking awesome, man. Do us a favor. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. We really appreciate it. But listen, Menace Red Zone says PC eating good. That's fact.
Good, baby.
You know you getting Xbox's games day one.
Yeah.
All right.
You know you getting all the third party joints. And you getting these PlayStation games. Right now they're not day one, but they will be.
And everything is always on sale on PC. What Snips?
So here's for comparison for those that are asking. So right now I'm looking at Micro Center's Dallas store, their online inventory. Power spec G469 gaming PC. It's got a 10th gen i9, the 10850K, 3080 Ti, 32 gigs of DDR4 RAM, and a 1 terabyte solid state drive for $2,999.
Jesus.
Y'all go tell me how much you could buy just a 3080 Ti for right now.
Jeez.
Probably $2,000 here in Canada. And
Easily.
PC, if you treat your PC right, you don't need to keep up with the Joneses. And Baron has told me to make a series on this. I have a 980 Ti, and I can run Red Dead at 80 FPS. At Red Dead 2. So as long as you treat your PC
It's
right,
silly.
she'll do things for you.
Yeah, I'm seeing 3080 Ti's for about $1,800 to $2,000.
Yeah.
New and used. So for an extra $900, you're getting a top of the line 10th gen Intel processor and a solid state drive and everything else that you need for the actual PC.
Hey, listen, I'm just saying these bonuses and all this stuff is coming in right on time for a play. I'm gonna have to look into that because you know
I
what I'm
told you
saying.
that, and you're like, no.
I'm that way I can put my laptop with the little 1060 and it can be an actual laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I sent
You need
my
to-
if
you need
you
to cash
want
in
to
those
look at
cloud tokens.
NZXT. That's where I sent my buddy when he was looking for a computer.
NZXT is really good.
A couple months or maybe almost a year ago now. But very good value. They do good work on their builds. And it makes much more sense to go do that versus like I'm just trying to upgrade my graphics card, and it would make more sense for me to go buy a whole new PC at this point.
Yeah.
Listen, before we transition, I'm gonna go around the ring. First mod we're guaranteed to see on God of War, and then secondly, the next PlayStation game on PC. I'm gonna start with you, Hugger.
First mod that I would like to see is and I could feel Baron side-eyeing me here, is put Lady Dimitrescu in God of War. I'm horny on main all the time for her.
She's gonna be the serpent. She's gonna be the sea serpent.
Ooh.
The great.
Oh, she just like
She's maybe. She could be there.
Oh,
Our Macho Man train's making his way back.
Hugger like, dang, why my PC overheating? It's you, ma'am.
It's me.
You in heat.
Next game, it's gotta be Tsushima, right? Like logically,
Goes to sushi.
sushi
Sushi. That's what I'm banking
or
on.
Bloodborne.
Oh,
Mm.
that I mean, I swear, if we had a nickel for every time we had a Bloodborne on PC or Bloodborne remaster rumor. Nick, first mod you want to see next game on PlayStation that's coming to PC.
first mod's easy. I want Atreus to be throwable like the axe.
Yo,
Damn.
that is number one mod. I want to be able to throw that child. And next game on
You don't have any
PC.
kids, do you? Just unrelated question.
2.
Oh, no.
That's why you don't
You
see
walk
them. You
around
toss them
grabbing
like a
them, boy.
frisbee.
Yeah, Dad, can you get a?
Hey, apparently if you do it on stream, Twitch will put you to the front page.
whoa,
Oh, awesome!
whoa.
I'm on my way. Next, PlayStation game on PC. I'm gonna have to go with a weird gut feeling I got on this one, and I'm gonna say it's either gonna be Returnal or Ratchet and Clank.
Okay,
Ooh.
I can see
Because
that.
I'm thinking that PS5 install base, I'm pretty sure they'd want more than the 640,000 they got with Returnal, and I'm sure the PC community would love that game.
But hey, remember,
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart can only be playable on PS5 because PS5 has an SSD with an I/O throughput that's like so special and impossible to replicate.
I'm waiting for SSDs to come to the PC market.
Yeah.
It's not just about SSDs; it's about the I/O throughput as well.
I mean, here's
Jeez,
the real
man.
thing, the tea of it. Those games are already on PC. Not legally. I don't know. I don't dip into the newer consoles. No, I don't dip into anything that's above 10 years old. They're already on there and they run. So let them come legally. People will buy a game if it's legal. And Dominic, yeah. Make sure they mod Lady D in there so she can call Atreus a man thing. And then toss him like an axe.
Yo, Baron, first mod you want on PC and the next PlayStation game that's coming to PC.
I'm gonna need Macho Man to be the Great Snake. Like
Like the dragons in Skyrim.
yeah, like
Oh,
I'm gonna need
man.
that. And I'm gonna get it because somebody out there heard me and they're waiting, and they're doing their damnedest to get it ready to provide for the community. But no, honestly, real answer. I think we're gonna get like lightsabers. I got a funny feeling he's gonna be throwing lightsabers around. It's gonna happen. And first, the next game coming to PC, Ghost of Tsushima would be an easy answer. I'm really liking the Returnal idea though. I think they'll hit us with the smaller titles, especially the ones that didn't sell like they wanted it to. And I really think that'll hit first.
Citizen Snaps, last but not least, first mod, next game you want on PC from PlayStation.
The first mod, I'm kind of in the same vein with Baron here. I think it's going to involve the World Serpent, Jormungand, but it's going to be, they're going to swap him to make him look like Ekans. It'll be a giant Ekans, will be what's ominously yelling at you. As far as, is it first game I think, or first game you would want?
First game the next game you think would be the next big game, PlayStation game coming to PC.
I think.
The tryhard says Last of Us, which is fair too.
Yep.
From what Nick was
Honestly,
saying. And don't forget, I think Demon Souls. Remember, Demon Souls it said on PC as well, and they took it back and said it was a mistake. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. I think so. I'm gonna go with Last of Us, but I'll go one step further. It'll be the bundle. It'll be 1 and 2 in a premier PC collection that you can get for like $99.99, and people will probably buy the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
I think they'll do both at once.
And then you can make Abby into Machamp.
She's already Machamp.
Yeah, I was about to say.
No, you know what that game needs?
Because she's already pretty swole.
You know what people are gonna do for that game when it comes to PC? They're gonna cut out that awkward sex scene.
Please do. Just take that completely. That was the worst.
They're gonna add. They're gonna
replace it with just like a bunch of puppies, like in a room. They'll be like, "We'll replace this travesty you had to witness with this pureness to cleanse your eyes."
Exactly.
Please,
or like
PC community.
It'll Rickroll us.
There's a mod out for Dragon Age that rewrites all the romances, and there's a mod out there that rewrites the ending of Mass Effect 3. So they're gonna change that sex scene.
Yeah, I'll put it to you this way, guys. Never underestimate the free time that these people have. It's absolutely insane.
All I want for Christmas is Abby as Machamp.
She's already Machamp, huh?
And this is no shame. I love Abby. I loved her. She's my favorite character in the game. But let's make her, at minimum, Machoke. Let's make her Machamp.
You just want her to Machoke you.
No, she. Hey, listen. Step on me.
Nick is over here like, yeah, Fame is that freak.
Let's be real. I was kind of jealous of Joel the first swing. Afterwards, not so much. But the first one, a little jealous.
Damn.
Yo, Nick a wild boy. Nick a wild boy.
Why
Listen,
did you tell me we're not having Alex 2.0 on? Damn.
Me and Alex, it's been like 3 years since me and Alex were on a podcast, and I'm pretty sure the podcast exploded because of it. So
we had Alex on one show.
Energy separate.
First 30 minutes we had to mark as NSFW, and we had to like doubly mark it because I'm like, I just met this man. He talking about so we're getting you and him on a show, and I can't wait. Episode 200.
I'll watch from a safe distance.
Oh yeah, that's probably.
I don't know
the best.
How big of FIFA fans that we have, and I'm gonna tell you before we get into this topic. I know one. Me personally, I haven't played a soccer game in I don't know long. I don't plan on playing any soccer games moving forward, but I will go to Baron because I know this is someone who I've hit up, and he's dumping hours into FIFA while he's taking a dump. All right, this is not a lie. Baron, your thoughts on EA and FIFA breaking up?
I personally, I think FIFA realized, especially with all the lawsuits going on and all the money that EA was making with the microtransactions, right? They understand their value, and I personally think they either got another deal already on the table, or they're working on doing it themselves. You know what I mean? I think there's something there, and they just threw a wild number out there. Because what did they scare EA with like $1 billion?
Billion.
Yeah, I think that's one of those numbers that you just throw to make somebody like, hey, if they do it, fine, we'll stop and we'll go for it. If not, then we don't want to be here anyway. Like I
That's
really think that's what that number was.
kind of what the leagues are worth. Like the whole FIFA
Yeah,
franchise, it's worth, well, it's probably over a couple billion, but a billion is a
easy.
fair number to ask for that title.
Yeah, and especially with the microtransaction situation. And if I feel like if there was even with the no, because the lawsuits come with the microtransactions. If there was no microtransactions, or at least it wasn't as egregious and so just greedy and predatory in the way it is now, I don't think this issue would ever came up because they were making money hand over fist. You know what I mean? But I mean, throw your weight around. You're FIFA. You're the biggest sport on earth. Like
That's
you're
true.
like it's throw your weight around. Like,
Or they're waiting to see how that the new free to play UE or whatever it is game is gonna be, and maybe they'll go free to play, but then the microtransactions would be even worse.
now I'm gonna tell you this. EA got super scummy. It just I got to a point to where I bought FIFA, right? I got to a point where I would buy FIFA like once every 3 years. I would not give them my money every year, not for a roster update and more access to different legend cards. Like it just I never got into the microtransactions of FIFA. I personally would just play it like a sports RPG and just run the campaign mode, the career mode, and that's all I would do. I would dump hours. I think the one that just got on Game Pass, what was it, 21?
22.
I put like 60. Yeah, like I think I put like
that
60 hours in.
I downloaded it
And-
because of you, because he's like, the career mode ain't that bad. I'm like,
It's
damn,
not
he's right.
bad.
And
I
that's
wish
the
there
first
was
time I've
more of
ever
a
played that.
story,
yeah.
right? I wish there was more of a story, but it's still fun. I mean,
So what
I
you're
finally
saying-
felt really old.
FIFA live service.
No.
But then $80 every year, or in Canada,
I'm not gonna cap. I'd be cool if because I want EA and Madden. I want the NFL to break up with Madden.
Well, that if this
and
is
EA.
happening, that this is a very real possibility.
Oh, Steph is in the building. Sus gang. What's going on?
Gang.
So
But I'd be cool with the sports game that's a live service.
well, that new free to play
Because
one is going to be.
it's typically the same game. It's not much changes. It doesn't.
Yeah.
They're pretty much a lot of times, and we're not going to be here long. But a lot of times these sports games are pretty much charging you for a small thing, 1 or 2 here, and a roster update.
Or taking away big chunks of the game that
Taking away
previously
stuff.
had.
Like story, like the story mode and career,
Superstar
the story along
mode.
with the career. Yeah, like they take away a lot of different stuff, and this is why I personally took it. Voting with your wallet, I would buy it every few years. And then I haven't bought one, I believe, since 20. It might be a long time since 2015.
Wolf said 10 cents to make FIFA a live service, a live version.
They would go for it, and that's when you need to be scared.
Ooh,
But
Rain
you know what?
boys in the building.
If you have Game
Long as-
Pass, it comes with EA Play, and just play FIFA through the EA Play through Game Pass. Save yourself.
Yeah.
So I wonder
$11.
if the at one point if the FIFA games would get pulled.
No, because
Ooh.
they would have the license for the already out games. FIFA would need to buy every single version of the game for every single console.
True. Yo, like, I know we wouldn't be here long, but Nick, Snips, any thoughts on EA, FIFA? You got soccer fans at all? Any impact?
You can go first, Nick.
The last FIFA game I bought was on PC on a physical disc in
Oh.
1998.
There you go.
So
1998.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah, I for reference, I was 5 years old at that point in time. So I do not play FIFA on the regular. I avoid sports games generally. I do fall down that 2K wormhole occasionally, and I quit that.
Is it the
because
career mode?
Yes, the career mode.
That's
Bro,
the only
that's
thing
what
worth
FIFA
playing.
is. So the FIFA, bro, it's the same thing. So those are the 2 sports games I play. I don't play Madden because it does not have a great career mode.
It
Like
doesn't.
single player
No.
career mode.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't
The
play
old
it.
games do, but not
FIFA
the
and
new
2K,
ones.
Yeah, No, my problem is I'm like when 2K came to Game Pass, I was like, oh, I'll download this just to play around with it. I played like 3 games in career mode. I was like, I'll keep playing this for a bit, and then next thing I know, I'm like, oh man, I'm 80 hours into this, and I just won the championship. God damn it!
Yeah.
Why do I do this to myself?
And now you got to explain
complain.
to your wife why you spent money on VC.
No. We do not spend money on VC in this house.
Goes to
that is
V-Bucks.
Yeah. No, all of my microtransaction money goes to Robux for my goddamn kids. So
There you go. I get it. Listen, to the 23 people that are live, man, you guys are freaking awesome. Do us a favor as we roll into our last topic. As I hit that like button if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't. We're on a road to 1,000. Get your game from LV1Gaming.com. Yo, last but not least, number one, I'm gonna say the movie aspect part of this, the non-gaming part of this, the Batman. I told you. Stop saying the dude from Twilight can't be Batman because you look stupid. And I told you, if you looked at any other thing Robert Pattinson had done, you would see that he can do this role. And no, he didn't need to buff up for it. He looks fine. Okay, had to get that out the way because the Batman gonna be monstrous. Okay, but I do want to talk about what we got to see, and it wasn't necessarily gameplay which sucked, but I will say this: the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. Even though it was not gameplay, I am 10 times more excited to play that game now than I was before. Now I'm gonna get the panel's thoughts. I want to start with, I guess, Nick. Did you get a chance to look at Suicide Squad and also the new Gotham Knight trailer? And what did you think about the two?
Absolutely. I like Suicide Squad. I understand a lot of people being disappointed it wasn't gameplay. I hate the in-engine CGI stuff just as much as everybody else does. But it's Rocksteady. I'm really not too concerned about gameplay with Rocksteady. You gotta sell me on the tone of the story you're gonna tell, and they're really selling me on the tone of the story. And so for me, I'm sold. I'm in. I want to see gameplay, obviously, see how it plays. But man, Rocksteady in their history hasn't made a bad playing game. They've missed story beats before. Arkham Knight had a lot of shortfalls in terms of storytelling, and the Batmobile stuff was overdone.
Forced.
Yeah, forced as hell. But with that being said, they've had a lot of time to work on this game, and they're hitting the tone just so perfectly. So I'm really excited to see, more of this, and hopefully we'll see more of it sooner rather than later, considering it's supposed to be out in 2022.
And I'm so afraid when I hear games are coming out. It's too. Just don't say February, which we know it's not gonna be February. But man, so many of these games are gonna get delayed out of 2022. It's gonna be ridiculous.
But that's okay.
Hugger, you get a chance to look at these trailers at all? What are your thoughts? What do you think?
I'm with Nick. Last week I was cautious to put my chips behind who the hell were we talking? Obsidian. I'm like, Obsidian makes good games, and I've never been disappointed like Rocksteady, but I also was disappointed with Cyberpunk. I love what I've seen so far, and in a weird way, I hope it does get delayed out of 2022 and maybe 2023, because as a reviewer for Level 1, I don't know if we'll have time to cover all the games we want to, and if we get that title, that's going to be a big one, and that's not a game you can half-ass. So I'm excited. Rocksteady, you doing your thing. Arkham City is 10 years old this year, and I just, let's go. Let's see what we got coming to us.
Is it safe to say that Rocksteady gets the Insomniac Obsidian to where just give me the game because you're a good developer?
No,
they don't get that? Because
CD Projekt Red. And not on to Dallas's point where he only played Witcher, that's on him, but I've played every game that CD had released and I was content. So I will go by a game basis now, because even Rockstar, I look at them sideways with what they're doing with GTA and Red Dead Online and stuff. So I'm like, I gotta be unbiased to actually have a valid opinion about some of this stuff. So I hope it's good. It looks good. And I want to see some gameplay in the next 6 months, but I'll judge it when it comes out.
Baron, you once said these games will probably never see the light of day.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest.
That was so casual. Yeah, I said that. So
yeah,
man.
Because the whole split up of WB, I really didn't think I thought these games were gonna be locked up in some type of litigation hell, and I'm just happy as hell that they're being released. Do I think they'll both come out in 2020? Because both of them, were they both 2022?
Yes, yes.
That seems excessive and ridiculous. And maybe we'll get
one of them won't make it. One of them won't make it.
Or getting them out before the litigation comes through. Because now they're in the process of gathering a lawsuit.
See, that could be what's going on. And I'm still thinking that pretty soon it's going to be one of those weird situations. Oh, well, you can't buy the game digitally anymore if you don't already own it. Like that type of I hope. Let me get off that. I hope that doesn't happen.
It'll end up in Game Pass with the rest of Microsoft and Xbox's first party. My bad. Continue.
Woo! But no,
listen, I was just playing. I don't know.
Hey, but real talk. I didn't play Arkham. What was the last Arkham one? Arkham Knight, because everybody scared me away with the whole Batmobile thing. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want to give it the time. But all the other Arkham games I love to death. So in terms of Rocksteady's combat, I know it's going to be fun. I'm excited to see what they do with the RPG elements. And you seen they said that in the trailer when they were breaking it down for Gotham Knights, it's going to be a action RPG. Like they used those words. They didn't say elements. They legit just called it action RPG. So for those who just don't know, in my head, I'm thinking like Witcher vibes. Like you're beating stuff up, you're getting better gears, making you stronger, or Marvel Avengers.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking along those lines with these characters, and you got Red Hood in it. It's a win.
I don't know. For me, I'm more excited for Kill the Justice League than I am the Gotham game. But Snips, man, last but not least, brother, your thoughts, DC fandom.
The trailer looks interesting. I think they'll do a good job of nailing the comedy and action blend aspect. So I think that'll be fun. I think the combat's going to be pretty awesome and enjoyable as well. I foresee it being a good 10 to 15 hour joyride kind of game. What's really going to make or break it for me, if you want to take like a critical standpoint, are going to be the boss fights, which I assume will be each member of the Justice League.
And then
when you look at the two, they're clearly outmatched. The Justice League, even on like an individual basis, like could wreck that entire squad. So it's going to be tricky for you to find a way to make me win those fights and make me believe that, like, yeah, that makes sense. That could have happened, or like I could have pulled this off and doesn't feel cheesy or gimmicky. Like I'm just winning because I'm controlling these people and this is how it works.
Of course, Harley Quinn can beat up the Flash. What's wrong with you,
right?
Man?
She did in Injustice.
She'll never stand still. But yeah, so I want to see how they execute that stuff, and I hope it's not overly cinematic in those fights. Obviously, you're going to get some probably like a cinematic breakup in between phases of a fight or something like that, but I don't want it to be too much. So I think that'll be kind of what makes or breaks that game really in the long run. I see it as the DC version of the Guardians of the Galaxy game. I'm
so afraid of that game.
Yeah,
I'm so afraid of that game. I'm so afraid of that game.
I was pretty mellow on it. I was like, it looks like it could be fun, and then they released the file size of the game, and I was like, now I'm confused. Is it going to be that long of a game? Is there just that much packed into such a short amount of, like, I'm curious what this file size is all about. I'm not necessarily scared, but I am piqued my curiosity for sure. I want to know what the heck that's all about.
I'm just not interested in for what it looks like to me. Every time you come across an enemy, all of a sudden you're in a arena. Enemy, all right, arena, here comes a square, and you have to fight in the square. That's what it looks like to me. Could be wrong, is what it looked like.
Well, even in the new release gameplay last week, I think they had a lot of arenas fights too, and I'm like, oh.
I'm not for that. Shout out to the chat. Ladies Foxfire's in the building. She will be a guest on an upcoming episode. We should let you guys know when she will be on. It will be fairly soon. As you guys know, at the end of the show, we like to give suggestions for you guys to watch and or play for this week. Do me a big favor. If you're in the chat, please give us a suggestion for a movie, a TV show, and a video game you think people should check out. It doesn't have to be new. It could be something niche, something that you personally really enjoy, you think other people should as well. I want to start with, in typical fashion, our guests, we give them time to think of a movie, anime, or TV show. So we'll come around to, we'll start first. Baron, what are your suggestions for the good people to watch and or play for this week?
Okay, so anime wise, I just finished a dope one that randomly came across my feed. Um, Ikebukuro Westgate Park. It's basically a gang anime, and it's about a dude who's a fixer, and he's just making sure to keep his neighborhood safe. And it's really dope story. Really great animation. It's on Funimation. There's dubbed and subbed for those who um like reading subtitles and those who don't. What else? And games wise, go give Marvel Avengers a chance. If you have Game Pass,
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Mhm.
I told you. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, so I know it don't look like it, but I like to ride my stationary bike and play games. Well, I've been looking for something to play while I'm riding my stationary bike, and Marvel Avengers Fame has been bullying me behind the scenes to play it.
I've been bullying you more
And-
than Fame, to be honest.
Yeah.
This is true. They have been bullying me. Allegedly. No, but
Allegedly.
it's worth. If you have Game Pass, definitely give it a shot. Period. Like I'll leave it at that. If you got PC Game Pass or Game Pass Ultimate, please just give it a shot. It's worth it, and the story is really good. Like
you.
I would love to see it as a movie, like even animated as a movie. It'd be pretty good. It's worth it. And New World. That's it.
And of course, New World. All right, Citizen Snips, what you got?
So a game I got for you. I just started playing this on stream a couple weeks ago. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is making me crap my pants on a regular basis. My tension level stays up here the entire time I'm playing that game. I think I do a pretty good job of hiding it on my face, but on the inside, I'm like freaking the F out because every time that freaky hillbilly dad comes around the corner with some new makeshift weapon, and I'm like, bro, I need to get down that hallway. And no matter which way I go to try and avoid him, he just stays there and waits for me, and it freaks you the F out. So I've been playing that. I would recommend that, especially since it is the spoopy season. Go get you a little spoop in your game repertoire. As far as something to watch, as you guys know, I've been working through my anime watch list. I have 2 shows left to knock out before I've fulfilled my promise and I can start adding stuff from the current season. So I have 2 more episodes of Psycho Pass 3 and 1 more episode of Fena Pirate Princess, which I mentioned before. Definitely go check out Fena. That's one from this past season. That's really, really cool. Gorgeous art style, and it was a nice little surprise. And then a movie I got for you guys as well. I can't remember if I've recommended this before, but this is quite possibly my all-time favorite movie ever. So I'm going to recommend it again if I haven't. Predator. Go watch the original Predator with
Come out on
Arnold.
MSNBC with the dude to come
No,
out. and
no,
come out.
not To Catch a Predator
Oh, okay.
with Chris Hansen.
No.
No, not that.
I
But
call
dude,
him
why don't you
Chris
take a seat?
Hansen.
Why don't you just go ahead and take a seat? Predator, the movie about the alien hunters who come to Earth and start hunting people. It's classic Arnold. You've got Jesse Ventura being a sexual tyrannosaurus. The whole cast, every character is just so well done. It's such a great, like, cheesy action movie, and I love the heck out of it. So go watch Predator if you haven't. If you've never seen it, shame on you. And if you have seen it, go watch it again because it's glorious.
Before I get to the next 2, I'm going to run to the chat here really fast. Chocolate says Dune is out in theaters. Go check it out. Theaters and HBO Max.
See that.
And shout out to Ron's Gone Wrong, and the French Dispatch out in theaters on Friday. Dementia Gamer says K's of the Wild Mask. That I forgot about that game.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go play that game. We got Halloween Kills. Superb anime for Halloween is Hellsing Unlimited. Genshin Impact.
Ultimate is great, yeah.
Psycho Pass 3.
Mm-hmm.
Madness Project Nexus. Predator 1 and 2 are both awesome. So yeah, man, if you
Two better than, can we ban Opus Wolf from the chat?
Flames,
Are you really gonna say that travesty of 2 is better?
Flameser says for anime to your eternity, for the game Dusk and a Zillion Tale. If you guys got any more suggestions, let us know. Drop them in there so I can read them out. Next, sis, what do you got for this week?
All right, so if you guys like the games I like, I'm going to give you quick gaming news. Vampire is getting a free next-gen upgrade, 60 FPS for both Xbox. Destiny, the Festival of the Lost, is going on from now till November 2nd. Red Dead, the Halloween event, is the 28th to the 22nd of November. ESO Festival of the Witches starts tomorrow. And Outriders is now on PC Game Pass. I will recommend to watch Hellsing with Kate and Hugh Jackman. Van Helsing, I mean, and Devil's Rejects if you're into some gory horror.
Johnny Man, for a game to play, Rogue Company movie, go rewatch Star Wars for the 100th time. Excalibur says check out the Moriarty the Patriot, Kingdom S3, Mudazushi. Very underrated shows for 2021. Last but not least, my brother Nick, what do you suggest for the people to watch and or play this week?
Well, when it comes to watching stuff, I've had 2 days off this month. I don't watch anything. I just play games.
There you go.
But in terms of if you want an absolute waste of an hour and a half of time, go watch Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good and awful.
I remember picking it up when it came out for like $5, and my girlfriend was like, "We are not watching this." And I'm like, "We are watching of this, and it's gonna be amazing." And I was right.
It's so
so that's
good.
It's so awful. It just
the
works.
train battle.
I'm upset that I've seen that movie. Like,
I think I'm the only person on the panel that has not seen that movie.
Go watch it. It's stupid fun.
If you're gonna watch it, get hammered and just make sure you don't want to use your brain for the next 2 hours. And then you're
gotcha.
So a regular Friday night, hell yeah. But yeah, game recommendation. I got a review going out on this, but I'm playing a weird little survival game called Chernobyl Light. It does something. It does some weird things. It's really good though. Like it does some really interesting survival elements. I think my favorite aspect of the game is if I shoot 6 people, my psyche goes down. But if I drink vodka, it makes everything a-okay.
It does.
So I highly recommend checking it out. It's got some really twisty RPG elements, and it's just a lot of fun. If you like Metro, and if you especially love Stalker, play it. It's great.
Yeah, we didn't hesitate.
There's a review up. I think it's 2 or 3 months old. I reviewed Chernobyl. Great game. Go play it. It's probably going to be on sale soon. Or it is on sale. Go play it. It's so good.
The moment the code came in, we was like, yep, that goes to Hugger. Because she's the big Stalker player. So we knew this would be in that universe for her. So,
a woman of culture. A woman of culture.
A man after my heart.
As a Polish person, I can vouch for the fact that vodka just alleviates all ails. It really does.
It does.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna be really quick. Go watch Cop Shop if you haven't. Gerard Butler, Alexis Louder. She is the beautiful queen. Oh, not you, Alexis. I mean Alexa.
His Alexa has been bothering him the last 2 weeks.
Why don't you just get rid of that thing? Why do you still have it? Do you
Alexis
use it?
Louder, the beautiful queen who was the lead actress in this movie. So freaking good. And for games, even though it's not quite Left 4 Dead, go play Black 4 Blood. It will scratch that itch, but the feeling just isn't the same.
Don't play solo either. Doesn't count towards anything.
And don't play solo.
Yeah.
Don't play solo. Listen, it has been great. Nick, before we dip, where can the people find you, good sir?
Well, if people want to suffer, they can follow me on Twitter at Nicholas_Downey. You can find all my written work at lordsofgaming.net. I've got a ton of stuff that I'm doing over there because for some reason I'm an absolute masochist. I'm working like 12 hours a day and writing articles and reviews. So, come listen to my depraved thoughts on video games. It's a lot of fun. And yeah, well, if you like the energy of Joel getting whacked by Abby with a golf club, I bring that kind of energy all the time. So keep that in mind going forward.
Listen, I'll have his Twitter linked in the description, along with pieces, his what do you call it? Writtenography. I forgot what it's called. Don't shame me for not knowing the term.
Shame.
Of the pieces he has written at LogNet. Listen, tomorrow, Take Two Podcast will return. It will be there. The following Thursday, it'll be Take Two plus the third episode of Happy Hour. Friday, Peep Games. Saturday, Ready Press Play. Sunday, Starcross Gamers. Monday, yes, you will finally get a real and true 15 minutes of this fame. Next Tuesday, Ready Play Movies. And then next Wednesday, episode 178. We're waiting for a couple of confirmations. We have a pretty big show coming for you guys next week that you will not want to miss.
We'll be dressed up because it's going to be Halloween. So if you guys want to dress up, send your pictures to us.
We'll be dressed up, and my plan to scare y'all is my birthday. Okay, PG. Sorry,
PG.
I was gonna be a slut.
Nick's like, I can't show up now. Damn.
Yeah, I'm out.
Listen, with all that said, congratulations, you guys leveled up to 178. This was the WSP podcast. Lots of new names tonight. You guys are freaking awesome for coming through. Do us a big favor, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. We put out content daily. All we ever ask is an opportunity to entertain you guys. You guys have a great one. And we're out.
사랑해.